Hey there, guys. So we are back. We're almost ready with the red. It's almost full, so that'll be being sent up soon. Everything else looks to be doing all right. Um, so what we're going to do in the interim. Oh, and I've got plenty of wood over there now. We went wood hunting. Um, so I'm gonna go down here and we're gonna jump out of the Spidertron and we are going to head up to space. And what I'm gonna do is I've got a rocket set up. It's you know what? Matter of fact, let's go grab what we can um, as far as remaining science. Let's grab as much of this science as we can. We're about we're starting to run low on science up there. At least certain ones. I'm not sure which ones. Have to go look. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna grab all the rest. We got jetpack because I got my spacesuit on. So yeah, of course we're out of rocket fuel. Of course we are. Why wouldn't we be? So yeah, let's dump this in there. Let's see if we can't grab ourselves some fuel. There it is. There we go. We'll go over here. We'll grab the rest of this science. We'll take it up with us. Since we're making a trip up, we're gonna go ahead and make a trip, right? Might as well fill up on what we can take with us while we're at it. Yeah, that'll work. We'll come back and grab that military science real quick. So basically we are heading up to the space station or the space platform, whatever you want to call it. Now that we've got all of this stuff working, we may as well go up there and fix the few issues we got up there. That's so I figured I'd head up there and we would start addressing that for the next few episodes. So speaking of episodes and YouTube and that sort of thing, milestone mark. We have hit 100 subscribers at this point. We hit 100 subscribers last night, early this morning, something along those lines. And I know I'm going to hash this name up. I apologize. My Russian is not that good. But welcome to Nilaus, I believe is how you pronounce it. Nilaus. He is our 100th subscriber. So we hit the 100 mark, which is really cool. I just, I want to say thank you to everybody. I keep saying this all the time. I do this for my own benefit, for my own fun, and that's the big part of it. But it's really cool that you guys get something out of this and that you're enjoying it enough to actually subscribe and check it out, man. That's kind of great. So welcome, and thanks to everybody that's been here along for this stupid crazy ride. All right, so let's head up to space. Coming. And we're off. Now hopefully this rocket doesn't crash. Because that would be pretty much, my luck would be for this rocket to crash. Ta-da, we made it. All right. Let's see how far. just for curiosity's sake, we are to having this next rocket come up. Now this one, everything should be good to go. It should auto launch, right? We got let's see, 2 rows left, so 20 more stacks, 21 more stacks, something like that. So we will see how that works out, and we'll see if it's if we got the fix in for our launch pad and what have you. In the meantime, let us go ahead and help this along as much as we can. One of the things that I did was I brought up a bunch of... Okay, that's full. That's cool. We're just going to put this off to the side for right now. And we will finish unloading that pad. I knew we were bringing up more science than what that warehouse would hold. Totally expected that. I just figured since we're on our way up here, we might as well bring it up and take care of that little bit of mess. Now the next thing we're going to take care of is we are going to, if we can, where is it? It's up there. We're going to take care of this pile of stuff we have here that we've been you know, just kind of dealing with taking off of the landing pad so that we can get that out of our way, get it into the right warehouse, and kind of start getting all of these put where they belong, etc., etc. Now that we have our logistics, our rocket logistics, if you will, set up down below, we can take care of that. So what we're going to do while we're up here is a couple of things. One, like I say, I brought a bunch of mini loaders. So I'm going to replace all of these filter inserters with mini loaders combinations, so that maybe we'll get these unloaded faster. That's the theory there. And we're going to start working on what are we going to do with the rocket parts when the rockets come up and they land, and you know, we've got to deal with all these excess rocket parts. Now, one of the other things we have to look at doing is all of this stuff that has to go back down the novice. We need to start doing a better job of sending that back down. We need to automate that. So we're going to probably be up here in space for, you know, a few episodes, maybe something like that. We won't necessarily do it all on camera. This back and forth stuff like this, I don't know that that's necessarily productive. But we're going to do some of it. All right, so that rocket is completely full, as near as I can tell. So we're going to send that back to novice. Launch that. And we will get down here and get the rest of these fluid tanks. And get them moved up there and put away. Take a couple of trips real quick here to do this. We ran out of water. Water is one of the things we actually use. A lot of the coolant stuff, the cooling fluids are reusable. You You do lose a little bit each time because as you cool it, it quote unquote wears out, I guess. But you know, it goes from the -100 and -273 back to the 10 degrees C or whatever fluid, and then you just you recool it. So it's, you know, it's a loop. So you don't lose much of it, but the gels and stuff like that, some of that stuff is used up in the science process, and that takes water. For cosmic fluid is the biggie. A lot of it gets used up for cosmic fluid. Cosmic fluid actually gets used up in certain things, and you need to have water and a tiny bit of lubricant to make cosmic fluid. So you go through a lot of water, which is the whole point of this automated system. We're going to, at some point, we have not done it yet, also automate our fluid the same as what we have automated everything else. These two fluid landing pads are going to get automated too. That's a kind of a on the list of next things goal to start getting that done. There we go. So now here's the thing. Temporarily what I did is I set up a requester warehouse for all of these rocket parts that were kind of stuck in our in our launch pads. The problem with that is now they're all in this warehouse, which is a requester warehouse, so we're not building rockets. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move a requester warehouse closer to the rockets, and I think, yeah, we're going to do that too. We're going to fast inserter and turn on the fast inserter with that, and if it's rocket pieces less than 100, that'll be turned on, and then we can get rid of this one because now this one will request it, and we'll have more room this way, and we'll just that's way more than what that will hold, but that's okay. We're just gonna move them out of that one and into that one. And the reason I'm doing just the rocket parts and not the capsules is because I could just go ahead and click on it and just get everything off of it, but I don't want to do that because I want just the rocket parts in that one. And then we'll pick this one up and we'll have just capsules. And then capsules, we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to put one on this side. And we'll tell this one to request the space capsules. And it's more than it'll hold, I know. There we go. If space capsules are less than 1, right? So now it'll put them both in both of those. So we won't have to deal with the space parts for a while. What we're going to end up doing with this is I am probably going to we're going to move this out of the way because it's back here. We can't really see it. I don't like it being back there where we can't see what's in there. Okay, so there it is. So what we're going to do is, this is a shit ton of rocket parts. We don't need that many. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to set it up so that the rocket parts above a certain amount will get packaged up and get shipped back to Novice, just like we're shipping back the other stuff, because we're shipping back our scrap, we're shipping back our broken data cards, we're shipping back our steel containers, and we're shipping back our cargo pods. And the reason we're doing that is we're already set up on Novice to recycle that stuff. So we're just shipping it down there rather than recycling it up here, because when you recycle it, you get raw ores, and then we'd have to smelt it and this and that and the other. Might as well just send it down the well. It's not going to kill us to do that. Now, what do we have going here? Vulcanite. We're low on vulcanite. Why are we low on vulcanite? Because it's not delivering vulcanite. And why is it not delivering vulcanite? I know. Oh. We are out of vulcanite. Well, looky there. We are out of vulcanite. Okay. So, let us remedy that issue. Why that has red circuits in it, I don't know. But that's okay. We'll fix that. And why does it have... Well, we'll be going up there at some point to take care of that mess, won't we? In the meantime, let's see. Let's do this. Fast mini loader. And let's load a rocket up with vulcanite. And then we will be able to ship that up here as soon as that delivers the mini loader. So yeah, well, we still have our outlying planets that we have to set up the same as we have our inner planets. Now, one of the things that we should be doing here that we're not is this. And let's do this. Let us fix that issue. Yeah, because that way that belt will be full on both sides as opposed to just one side. And our rocket will fill faster. We just have to wait for our mini loader. So that's where we stand with a lot of this stuff, guys, is we've pushed forward and we've got the technology and we've got the research built. We just now have to go through and clean all the little shit like this up. Because we pushed and pushed and pushed to get past the technology part of it, or to get to the technology part of it. So now that we've got the technology part of it, we need to do the bulk feeding part of it. how are we doing there? That one's not too bad. Okay. But we got to do that. You know, we got to go to each of these planets and go do the grunge work. Now that we've got the fun stuff working, we just got to go do the grunge work. So that's going to take a little bit for that to fill up, and then we'll be good to go on that. And that will give us a rocket fuel to be able to get back down the gravity well. We're going to be here a little while anyway, like I say, so I'm not too worried about it. How is our red circuits doing? Are we there yet? We are getting close. Yep, we're getting close. We have one row left to go. So we are almost there. How are we looking on producing them? Yeah, it's doing all right. It's just you know, our supply on our green circuits and stuff. We have to, because we've been filling these warehouses up, so we depleted everything from our system. We've got to go, you know, again. Now that we've got it, we got to go do the parts that we need to do, which basically we just got to build up our resource stockpiles. We got to build up our mining and stuff like that. So once we get done up here, which is mostly just dealing with making sure our rocket stuff is going where it's supposed to go, setting up for our liquid stuff to go where it's supposed to go, setting up that our rockets build themselves and start to auto launch themselves back down to Novice from up here. We should be good to go. I think everything else up here, for the most part, is ready. It's just we've got to automate this building rockets better, I think, and automate getting all the crap down to Novice, which it looks like. Oh, I know why. Because if we go over here, one of the things that I did, and this is something else, we're gonna move these ones down too, because we've got all this contaminated scrap and everything else. What do we do with contaminated scrap? Contaminated scrap is turned into alright, so we got to do that. Contaminated scrap we got to do up here in a decon facility. And then that's going to give us contaminated cosmic water, biosludge, scrap, and uranium, which we can take care of. And I think we're already dealing with contaminated biosludge over here somewhere already, I think, aren't we? I thought we were. No, we're just storing it for right now, apparently. We have not done anything with it. So what do we got to do with contaminated biosludge? Oops, it's a liquid. So, contaminated biosludge usage. No, not results, usage. Contaminated biosludge usage. There we go. Gives us contaminated scrap. So that's going to go back into the system. And then that gives us also biosludge. And biosludge, I do believe, that's contaminated cosmic water. Aren't we using biosludge? Yeah, we're storing biosludge. So we just got to process it back into biosludge, put it back into the system, and reuse it. So, all right. So that's easy enough to do. and that's done in a decon facility. And that's going to give us contaminated scrap. And then the contaminated scrap, we figured out with cosmic water, is going to give us contaminated cosmic water, which we can recycle. We are already doing that. It's going to give us uranium ore, and it's going to give us scrap, which we can then send back down to the planet. And it's going to give us the contaminated biosludge, which in turn is going to get processed, blah, blah, blah. So we may make a little loop for contaminated biosludge. Let's see. Where do we want to do that? That's not too helpful because we got everything turned on. Maybe over here. Maybe over here, and the reason I'm saying over here is because we can put it back into the tanks easier if it's over here. We just got to get this stuff out of our way. We want this to over here. We want to keep this because we want to use it for science. We're gonna upgrade our science here very soon. All right, let's go back down here and check on our reds. They should be almost done. They're getting there. Let's check on. Okay, that's going to be a little while. That's going to load. That's going to take a while to load because we're only loading at one belt at a time. That's fine. This, I just want to keep an eye on it, make sure it goes. I want to make sure it goes right. So we're pretty close. We're like 2, 4, 6, 8, 1,000. You know, just over 1,000 red left. All right. So these three we're stuck with. What all is in here? Well, that can go up with the sciences. Is there anything else in here? No, it's just all up here. That can go there. These will stack in stuff we've already got. I don't believe we're using any of that anymore. So I think all of that can go back down to Novice. We'll just throw it in the rocket. And we'll send when next rocket we send down there can take that down with it. And that will clear out that warehouse. This one, oh hell, that's pretty much empty. So there we go. And then everything that we got left is just odds and ends that are stuff we're using up here, like steel, for instance. There we go. All right, and then the rest of it's stuff that we'll use. Let's put that science in this warehouse. That should be that. All right. Let's take a look. Oh yeah, almost there. Almost there. I don't want to miss it because I want to make sure it's working right. So that's why I'm kind of jumping back and forth. I want to make sure that it's launching properly without any interference whatsoever from me. I want to make sure that it goes properly. So I want to see that it kicks in, and then it's gonna take a while to transfer, and then I want to go back and make sure that it launches properly. Three more piles. All right. What else is down here? looks like it's just scrap and contaminated scrap. And I think, yeah, if we do this, alright, so we have 2 full warehouses of contaminated scrap that we got to get rid of. Now the scrap, we can just load that into this rocket, or as much of it as we can. That'll be one more warehouse basically that we can get rid of, or start to get rid of, because we got to process that contaminated scrap. But the scrap can go down to Novice and we can get rid of it. We're just about there. Alright, that rocket's full. That's all we can do for right now with the rocket until we have fuel, and we have to wait on allows to be ready for that. Where are we at here? Alright, we're down to the last pile. So basically my plan is to go ahead and clean up the return rocket system and the rocket parts system up here in space, and then we're going to head back down to Novice. We're going to work on our resources and get our resources flowing again, and then we're going to go to our other planets. We have that one planet that the power's dead there, that we got to go there anyway. We're going to get that fixed. We're going to get the resources on our other planets squared away. We're going to get our auto launching for the other planets squared away with dishes, so that it requests and those start to auto launch. And then that should have all of our pieces, parts for science pretty well automated at that point. That's kind of my plan. So then we'll just continue from there. We'll continue expansion. We'll continue research, whatnot. So we're just about ready to kick over. And that should be, yep, it's got a red signal and it's got a rocket signal. Oh, well, that's not been changed and fixed. Okay. Well, there we go. So that is red circuits. That is red circuits. That is iron. So I missed setting that to red circuits. So now once I change this, that should, in theory, oh, there it is. Okay, well, there we go. So, you know, that's why we're ringing out the system, to make sure that it's working. But now they're not going in; they're just coming out, and they're going in the rocket. So that part of it is now working. Tells me that I'm going to have to go back and check all of these to make sure I've changed them to the right things. I'm pretty certain I've changed everything else. I just must have missed that one. But anyway, so now it's going to load up the reds. That's good to go. We know that works. Let's go look at Nilaus, see where we stand on Nilaus. Got a ways to go there, but that's okay. That'll get us going there. Now the problem is, because we're not watching this, as soon as that launches, or as soon as that's ready, we're going to have to, well, no, that's all right, because this won't auto launch until I tell it to launch. So we'll have to come in, we'll have to take this out, and then we'll launch it, because I don't want it filling the rocket back up, because we may want our plates instead. So that's something we're going to have to do. All right, guys, so there it is. We now know that that seems to be working, except for my one minor fuck up. That is doing what it's supposed to be doing. So I'm going to let this load. It's going to take quite a while to load it. I think that's going to be the one downside to this system, and I think the solution for that is going to be express transport belts. I think we're going to rip all that out, and we're going to put in express mini loaders and express transport belts, and make that faster. Now, I've already got express transport belts being made, but I don't have express mini loaders being made. Excuse me. So we're going to change this out. We'll rip this portion of it out, or actually we'll just do an upgrade planner and make it faster. We'll just use the upgrade planner, upgrade these to the right belts, and that should help with the speed of this. Now, if I do it right now, I'm not making mini loaders, so it really won't help. We'll be still limited to the speed of the mini loaders, so it's a moot point. But that's what we got going there. That's working. I'm gonna screw around with cleaning this stuff up. I'm gonna move all of this stuff to where it's out of my way, and I can start processing my fluids in there. None of that stuff that you guys really probably want to see me just moving warehouses. That's kind of stupid. I can't launch the rocket and send the rest of this scrap back until I have my vulcanite up here to make fuel, so I'm stuck until I have vulcanite. So we know it's working. We're now up here in space, and again, like I say, 100 subscribers, that's kind of a cool deal. I never expected to get that many, so thanks to you guys. I really appreciate it, and I'm glad you guys are around. I'm hoping that I'm not boring the snot out of you guys entirely too much. Why are we not sciencing? All right, we need material science facts. Let's check this real quick, just to see why we are not sciencing. And I suspect it's red circuits. All right, catalog, tensile strength, tensile strength, blank cards. So we're not getting blank cards. Why are we not getting blank cards? Red circuits. All right, so yeah, so we're held up by red circuits right now. That's what's killing us, is our red circuits. And we are loading those up as we speak. So those will, at some point soon, get up here, and we'll be back to sciencing. I've got my sciences set up. We're going to do adaptive armor 4. I'm going to keep on building up for the armor. We're doing airframe scaffolding, holmium solenoids, and the reason we're doing both of these is we're getting close. We're getting close to spaceship, guys. I need, you know, I need the airframe scaffolding. I need the catalog. I need these two telescopes that we've got in our queue. That's going to give us our blue science packs. And then blue science packs going to give us our aeroframes. And then, you know, we're getting there. We're getting close to spaceships. Now, I don't know that that's going to do much for us. It's going to give us consoles, spaceship floors. We're going to start, looks like we're going to start being able to build the basic parts of our spaceship. But now, like I say, that's, you know, we got other things to do first. That's 200 science. That's 200 of the bigger science. You know, that's another 100 there. That's 500. You know, 600. 100 for each of these. So we got a little ways to go, but we are quickly approaching spaceships. So that's what all of these are for. This one is, you know, going to give us some more of our Science 3 packs for some of our other stuff. It's going to give us better life support. It's going to start giving us these weird biter capsule things too. So that should be interesting to see what those do. We could get the little ones, and you know, I don't know what they do. Should be interesting to see. Maybe we throw it and it creates a small biter. Now, I don't know why we would want that unless they work for us, but we'll see. And then the other thing we're looking at is space probes. This will give us another silo, and it'll give us space probes, and we'll get to play around with space probes and see what they do. So that's what we've got going for research. That's where we're headed. We just basically have to get our research going again. We've already got our tier 2 astronomic packs. I'm pretty sure, obviously, if we can do the science, we've got our tier 2 energy packs. We've got our tier 2 bio packs. We have the ability to make them. We're not making them yet, but we have the ability to make them. So that's where we're going to start progressing towards. We're going to start expanding some of this as far as the science goes and stuff. So I'm kind of looking forward to it. It should be fun. So there's that, guys. I'm not going to bore you with moving this stuff around. Next episode, we should have our red circuits up here, and we will start setting up for this contaminated scrap and getting this processed. That's what we're going to do next episode is get the contaminated scrap processing going and stuff like that. Meanwhile, off camera, I'm going to get the rest of this automated rocket stuff fixed here. So that's it for now. I will catch up with you guys very shortly, I'm sure. All right, I'll talk to you later. Bye.